Hello and welcome to Ready Bet Action. We are here on a Thursday night. We have some picks for Friday, January 19th. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I
You're
am
lying to me. You're lying to me.
I am a little bit. I really wish it was Friday today. I think all of us with the 9 to 5 are feeling it this week. After the holidays kind of feels like a bit of a slog. January always feels like a slog. So, getting back to it.
Indeed. But
It's
hey,
all good.
we're live on Instagram for the first time ever.
We are.
That's not true. We've done them before, but
Now
through
on
this.
for the full show. We've
Yeah.
never done the full show, yeah.
Fantastic. We're learning so much. No, it's great. We have some fun plays for tomorrow. Eric's got some NBA. I've got some AFCON, which is the African Cup of Nations. Why don't we just go ahead and get started right there? I'm going to give them to you in order of when they're being played. So there's 3 games tomorrow, and I have a pick on all of them, not because I plan to, but these numbers just scream to me. So first, we're going to take Cape Verde on the money line against Mozambique. Cape Verde beat Ghana 2-1 in their first match. So, you play, there's four teams in each group. You play everyone once. They beat Ghana. If they beat Mozambique, they cash their ticket to the round of 16 before their final game, which is against Egypt, which Egypt is a tough team to play. So I know Cape Verde is going to want to do this.
Mo Salah playing for Egypt might be a name people have heard of.
He got injured. You're going to hate hearing that.
Did he?
In his last game, which was today. So we'll see how that shakes out. But yeah, so Cape Verde on the money line. I think they will get it done against Mozambique, and we get that at plus 118. My next pick, we're going to take the defending champion. We're going to take Senegal on the money line versus Cameroon. Senegal have a ton of players that you've heard of. Like they've got guys like Sadio Mane, Diallo, Camara, Sarr. They've got good players. I fully expect Senegal to go deep in this tournament. They are, like I said, defending champion. They're looking good. They also can punch their ticket to the next round with a win here. So I like that. Cameroon has only won one of their last 6 games. They've really struggled. I think Senegal has won 4 of their last 5. They're looking very strong. So I expect Senegal to win this one. The final game tomorrow, the pick I am the most confident in is Guinea on the money line versus Gambia. Similar story to Cape Verde. Guinea can qualify to the next round. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They drew Cameroon, but they were by far the better side. They were really unlucky in that one. Gambia just got beat 3-0. They are not a very good squad. They're a tiny little country in West Africa. It's interesting. There's a river that runs right through the Gambia, and the border of the Gambia is exactly 1 cannon shot length away from the river, because that's where the boats would go down, and that's where the English could control. So yeah, very colonial.
I like that. I like this history lesson we're getting.
Yeah, the Gambia is not going to get it done against Guinea. So let's go ahead and cash all 3 of those. You can round robin them if you want to. I'm going to. But the play up for the show is just the 3 individual picks.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of success with some international soccer because you get these big matchups in some of these disparities in some of these tournaments that you're able to take advantage of, kind of knowing what's going to happen. It's just a matter of taking the right thing.
I was shocked at these lines, to be honest, Eric. I was expecting to have to parlay them together to get a decent number. I thought we'd be looking at like Guinea at plus 115. I thought they'd be more like minus 180, minus 200. So pretty excited.
Love it.
So obviously the books know something I don't, or I know something they don't. So either tail all 3 of them or none of them and fade me.
I'm gonna say it. I don't know if anyone's really an African soccer expert. I'm not sure if the books really have a lot of focus on that. So I'm really hoping it's us.
Same. All right, let's head over to the NBA. Give us some player props for tomorrow. They dropped a little early, which is fun for us because we get to take advantage of those lines tonight.
Yeah, and not all the props are up yet. I just pick some. If there's some that are up that I can give everyone for tomorrow, I will put them up here and pick. There are plenty up that I don't like, so I'm not just like putting things on here just because that these were the ones that are up. I'm only putting stuff up here that I like and think will hit. So we're actually going to start with a couple game picks, though. Give me the Hawks under 114.5 versus the Heat. Yes, this is a pick that I don't know if it's unpopular, but the Hawks are a very offensive team. However, the Heat are a very defensive team, and they hold teams to under this regularly. They're playing at home. They've played the Hawks twice this year, once on the home and road, and have held them under this number both of those times, once by quite a bit. In addition to that, the Hawks are a little banged up, so they're going to be relying on Trae Young, who is capable of having a 60-point night. So take that into account if you don't love it.
Hey, 60 is less than 114.
It is 114. He's going to be their main scorer. They're a little banged up. So give me the Hawks under 114.5 team points. Next game pick I have for you is I'm just going to take the Sixers just right at -5 versus the Magic. The Sixers just beat the Magic 3 weeks ago by 20 points in Orlando. This game is also in Orlando, and the Sixers are coming off 3 days rest, and they're winning the games they should. Look, the Magic are having a really good year, especially for congrats to Magic fans, the few of you that are out there, on having a decent year, but it's because they're beating the teams they should, but they're not necessarily doing that against the super teams like the Sixers. So I think the Sixers take care of business at the -5. Now, 2-player props for you. I am taking these. I'll tell you why I'm taking these players as we go. First, I'm going to give you LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. He is their superstar of the Ball brothers. Definitely will be the best NBA ball player of all time. Get it? He's a ball player.
I got it.
Anyways,
I just didn't appreciate it because I don't like his father. His father just turned me off so much. They're terrible. It drove me crazy.
My favorite Ball family story is it was probably 4 or 5 years ago before LaMelo was in the NBA. I was coming home from Puerto Vallarta, and I'm in the airport with everyone else, public airport in Puerto Vallarta. And the Ball family, LaMelo, whatever brother I forget plays for the Bulls, I get their names mixed up. He was not there because he had just started. Yes, and then the dad, the mom, and his other brothers were all there. Just the most hungover you've ever seen anybody. The entire family was just rough, man. Just like everybody coming home in the port. And they weren't flying private or anything. And this was at the height of all of the dad shit talking and everything. And they just looked like absolute trash, just like the rest of us. And it just was like, oh, these are all humans too. We're all coming back hungover from Puerto Vallarta together. So
perfect.
Anyways, give me LaMelo Ball over 25.5 points tomorrow night against a really bad Spurs team who is learning and growing with their new Wembayama superstar.
I hope he's not growing, man.
No, yeah, he can't grow anymore.
Enough is enough.
So LaMelo is averaging 28.6 points a game over his last 10 games. So I like him to score 25.5 against pretty bad competition. Not that the Hornets are good, but he's the best one there. Next, I'm going to keep rolling with my Sixers, prediction to have a pretty good game tomorrow coming off rest. Tobias Harris is on a bit of a roll right now. So give me Tobias Harris over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So you're going to want to go get all three. He is averaging 31.3 points, rebounds, and assists over the last 10 games. So I really like that for him and to get us those. There's a lot of Embiid stats and all that stuff you can get, but you're typically going to get better numbers on second and third players for these types of things. So yeah, that's what I got for the NBA. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. You said Toby Harris is on a roll. I want you to make a video of him on a bread roll for that pick and post it to the TikToks. Speaking of TikTok, follow us there at Ready Bet Action. You can find him at Doran_Eric. You can find me at StayFunLaco. You can find us on Instagram and X. Twitter has some of those people call it, those old folks. And then, of course, wherever you find your podcasts, you can find us there. Again, we are Ready Bet Action. Excited for you to be joining us. We are going to go through our picks for tomorrow, January 19th. We're going to start off in the African Cup of Nations. First, give us Cape Verde on the money line versus Mozambique. We get that at positive plus 118. Next pick, give us the defending champions Senegal on the money line versus Cameroon in a big matchup right there. And finally, we are going to take Guinea on the money line versus Gambia, and that is also at plus money at 115. All right, Eric, take it away with your NBA picks.
Yeah, give me the Hawks under 114.5 points versus the Heat. Give me the Sixers -5, cover that spread against the Magic. Player props, give me LaMelo Ball over 25.5 points. He is on a roll. And then give me Tobias Harris, also on a roll, over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Tobias Harris tomorrow night.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching. Have a great night. Don't forget to place all these bets. I'm talking to myself. And have a wonderful night. We'll be back with you tomorrow for some plays for the weekend. We've got lots of soccer coming up. And of course, we have not the wild card. We've got the divisional round.
The
NFL. It'll be a lot of fun. And we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you guys so much.
Peace out.